Gilman in the red for USA, and we are underway, the final duel of pool competition. U.S. trying to go a perfect 3-0 and set their sights on a gold medal match later today. Gilman picked up a forfeit against India, and then he had that loss to Takahashi 4-1 in a rematch of last year's World Final.
When you're ready.
You can tell Vanishvili's very long and lanky, so for Gilman, really being crisp on his finishes, that's going to be crucial here in this bout. You don't want to get stretched out with a guy as long as lanky as Vanishvili.
Blue, no correct, attention, right? No correct, attention.
40 seconds in, no activity yet with Gilman for the U.S. The Omaha, Nebraska area, went to the University of Iowa here in Iowa City. Certainly a fan favorite, returning back to his alma mater. Vanishvili gets warned for passivity. Gilman coming off his silver medal performance at the World Championships in Paris last season. He took home the Grand Prix of Spain Championship. Two-time junior world team member. Still very young, only 23 years old, launching his international career.
How about Iowa at 57 kilograms? Looking back, you had Tony Ramos, a world team representative for years. Then you had Dan Dennis coming in, knocking off Tony Ramos to take the spot at the 2016 Olympic Games. Then you have Thomas Gilman, and now up next, who we saw yesterday win the Hammer of the Year award, which is awarded to the toughest wrestler who wins the bracket at the NCAA Championship, Spencer Lee. So they could have back-to-back world team representatives, all from Iowa. What a room.
Yeah, what a run, what a room for Coach Brands and the Hawkeyes at that weight.
Heavy snap.
Vanishvili has been put on the shot clock. It's winding down. Gilman in a pretty good position to go up 1-0. But for Georgia, they've been able to slow down the high-octane Thomas Gilman in this first period. Gilman gets the point, shot clock off, and a 1-0 lead for Team USA.
Red action.
And this was the issue with Gilman yesterday, not getting to his offense. Really focusing on the right side collar tie, heavy on that collar tie, but not working off the collar tie, just using it more to break down the conditioning of Vanishvili and not looking to get to his offense.
Here's the first shot by Vanishvili. He's in on a low single. Doesn't have a lot of time to work with. Down to 20 seconds to go in this period. Elevates the leg, trying to shelve it, now drops down onto the waist. Gilman trying to keep those legs wide into the tripod. Vanishvili readjusts, and he gets two at the end of the first period. Textbook work by Taimuraz Vanishvili for Georgia.
Great to see. Got to a swing single, and what he did was he put that ankle on the opposite hip, which was the left hip of Vanishvili, came up to his feet and picked up that two, so textbook takedown.
Vanishvili yesterday went 1-1. He won by forfeit against India, and then he was crushed by Takahashi of 11-0. So somewhat of a little bit of a surprise brewing in the opening 3 minutes, and this Carver Hawkeye crowd trying to get Thomas Gilman and that motor fired up.
Restless.
The coaching staff in the corner of the USA telling Thomas Gilman, let's get to 2 hands to 1 leg.
Come on, let's go, make him wrestle.
Stepped down by Gilman. Driving Vanishvili toward the boundary, trying to get that push out. Vanishvili digging hard with those knees to stay in, but he cannot do it. Gilman gets the push out, and we're tied at 2.
And the Georgia coaching staff not happy with that. Vanishvili got to the underhook, went to a collar tie on the right side, and dropped to his knees, and they were asking for no push out point. But Gilman picks it up.
Get it back! Off of it! Off of it! Off of it! He's billing you! Pace here!
And if you're looking at the scores in the top left, you see Vanishvili does have the 2-point move, so that trumps Thomas Gilman's 2 1-point moves. So he did have the lead before that Thomas Gilman push out.
VANISHVILI thinking better of it to try to resist that. He knew he was in trouble, so he went to the safety of the boundary and got out of bounds, gave up the point. Gilman starting to inflict his will a little bit in this third period. 2 minutes to go. Again, it's Gilman driving in. VANISHVILI, the two go arm in arm out of bounds, and Gilman gets another point. 4-2, Thomas Gilman. What are you seeing differently in this second period from the USA wrestling?
It's just pushing the pace, and I don't know if it's the pace is getting to VANISHVILI, because you just saw when he was over there on the right side of the mat taking deep breaths, and then he stayed on his knees and kind of worked, feeling his ears, catching a couple extra breaths before he gets back to the center. So you always want to be the first back to the center, and the pace of Thomas Gilman really starting to weigh on VANISHVILI.
Gilman, like he has this entire period, will get another push out. Leverage, drive, power, and he leads 5-2.
And Gilman's going to continue to feed off this. You saw the hands on the hips of VANISHVILI. So really starting to show that the gas tank is nearing that E.
Snap corner.
Here's the corner from Team USA wanting that snap and then a quick cut to the corner, but VANISHVILI did not allow it. He immediately shoots in and takes Gilman over. 2 points. Near 4-point throw there from VANISHVILI.
Very close to 4 points.
Georgia trying to dig deep. Both wrestlers back into the center. Gilman hanging on by a point. VANISHVILI with both hands on that wrist. Gilman trying to shake that left arm free, and he does. 37 seconds to go. Gilman fires in. VANISHVILI with the over position. This is a time-eating position. If you're Gilman, you're okay here. If you're Georgia, you want to get out of it, get some separation. Toward the edge, Gilman drops low on a leg. Toward the out-of-bounds marker, and let's see how they rule at 1 for the push-out with 16 seconds to go.
VANISHVILI takes a look at the clock and sees that 16 seconds, starts to hustle back, and he cannot allow Thomas Gilman to tie him up. He has to stay in this open position. Gilman wants to be in this tie-up.
Move your feet. Move your feet.
Gilman and Team USA survives at 57 kilo. Heck of an effort by VANISHVILI, but it is Gilman with the win. Decision 6-4.
Continue to push the pace there. Well, that's what you want to see from the coaching staff. If you're the United States, pushing the pace. That's just a tough, hard-fought win for Thomas Gilman.